I think one thing that a lot of people miss about old Minecraft are the servers. One thing that's really died out now is those vanilla or almost vanilla community servers that used to be around but now are virtually extinct. Recently I started a beta server with some of my friends, but it got me thinking about these old Minecraft servers. So today I want to explore some old Minecraft servers that are up for anyone to play now. I'm going to look around the builds and give my thoughts on the servers, and all the server IP addresses will be in the description. So, the first server I decided to check out was Always Alpha. This server has a town system, and after reading the rules, the first thing I did was look around the spawn area, which I thought was pretty cool. This skeleton decided he wanted to join me, but I don't think he liked my videos because he shot me through a door. Anyway, there were a couple interesting buildings around spawn, but there wasn't too much in them and I decided to keep exploring. After going through the exit and leaving spawn, there were a couple houses and some pixel art, but not much else. I had a look in the nether, but that was pretty much completely empty. When I came out of the portal I was somewhere else and there were diamond blocks just randomly placed around, so obviously I went about getting tools as fast as I could. I didn't see any trees, but there was some random wood about, and so I used that. And then dug down to find a cave with some iron. After doing all that, I went and got full diamond armor and some tools, but by this point I was realizing there wasn't too much to do on this server and there wasn't anything else around outside of the little spawn town. I checked out this gold house and some other people joined, but I didn't really speak to them. After that I built a K for cactus, but I kind of built it wrong, and then I put some cactus around it to show I'd been there, and then moved on to the next server. I decided to join Alpha Place next, which despite its name runs on beta 1.1_02, and it turns out I'd played on this server before because I had some tools, materials and even a diamond. This server had a lot more buildings on it and I looked around where I'd spawned in. There were a couple small towns or standalone houses, and then I saw this redstone thing which was pretty impressive, although I don't know how it works. Nothing happened when I pushed the button, but maybe I did it wrong, I'm not sure. I decided to do /home and teleported to this base in a hill. Outside was this huge building which I thought was great, and so I decided to take a closer look at it. There was some pixel art and this crazy looking stone building. And I walked through the middle of it until I got to the other side and was met with this really cool view. There were a lot of builds here and I especially liked this bridge that went around up in the sky. And then I decided to do /spawn to see where I would go, and I ended up at this whole new area which had this big sign. This town was really cool and I would definitely recommend checking out this server for yourself as I totally missed some stuff. But here's a couple highlights of this server. I saw that there was a version of the server that was actually in alpha, so I decided to join that. There were a lot less buildings on this one, although there were a couple cool ones. There was also this big diamond pillar, and when I tried to kill a pig there were these messages which were quite annoying, I thought, but again, I thought the server was alright, and I think both of these servers would be cool to like play on with your friends. Then I moved on to Alpha Anarchy, which again, despite its name, was in beta 1.2, and like you'd probably expect, spawn was pretty much destroyed. I don't know how other people feel about this, but I do think that with Anarchy servers, people just ruin spawn sort of just because that's what it looks like on 2b2t, so they have to do the same. I think it would be cool to see some other stuff, but I gotta admit the cobblestone everywhere did look alright at times. After dying twice and then walking a couple hundred blocks, I made it to a more normal looking terrain. There weren't many people on the server, but I talked to one person who actually didn't recommend me playing on the server. I wanted to find a tree at least, which I eventually did, and then built a small house and placed a sign to show I'd been there. I would say the server would be better if there were some more people online, but you could probably use it as a normal server with your friends if you walked a couple hundred blocks away. If you don't want to pay for a server yourself and you want to escape a destroyed spawn, which I found was a bit fun, then you could give the server a go for yourself. I used to play on 2b2t back in the day in 2016 and then again in 2020 for a bit, and so it was fun for me to see like something similar to that as well. Moving on now, the next two servers had a few more players online, which might be down to them both being run on beta 1.7.3, which is the most popular version of old Minecraft. Although I don't think either of them, when I was online, ever managed to reach a double-digit player count. They were both really fun to look around though, and I would definitely recommend checking them out for yourself, as there were so many interesting builds to explore. The first of these servers was old school Minecraft, and this server was great as there were a lot of really large scale builds around to check out. This cathedral was really cool, and I had to be careful that I didn't blow up this creeper that was inside. Someone had made a desert temple, as they weren't actually added to Minecraft until release 1.3, which I thought was interesting. The server also had a warp and landmark feature, so I used those to travel to some great builds, including, I hope I say this right, Gengar Juice's town, as well as some other towns which range from pretty big to some smaller ones. The final server I joined was Retr MC, which probably had the best spawn out of all the servers I visited. All the pixel art was really cool, and there were a decent amount of other builds around as well. I loved how this castle looked, and the dragon and cathedral really show that netherite can look good at times. Then I came across this huge wall and I followed it until I reached this insane looking gate and this cube, which I thought was cool as well. I'm glad I ended with some more alive servers, because it was sort of sad to walk around all those empty towns, and even the ones with more players didn't seem to have very active chats, and I never managed to find another player. However, it was great to see all these amazing builds. Hopefully you guys decide to check them out for yourselves, and let me know if I missed any builds on the servers I looked at, or if there are any servers I should check out. Hope to see you in another video. Have a great day.